Apex Online Racing is sponsored by Elgato, who created this lovely stream deck. For more information about the stream deck, the link is in the description below. Hello everybody and welcome to the final round of the Hype Energy F1 27 leagues here at Apex Online Racing. We are also powered by Elgato and Codemasters, and what a season it has been for Xbox One F2 in Season 15. We have seen drivers push themselves to the absolute limit this season, with a majority of the field using no racing line for the first time, and it's absolutely fantastic to see them develop. The last 14 weeks have gone very quickly, and we are definitely going to end Season 15 with a cracker of a Grand Prix where championships have been decided in the past, and that is Interlagos for the Brazilian Grand Prix. The most famous championship decider was back in 2008, where Lewis was definitely looking very weak, and the title was set to be in Massa's favour. But in the final lap, Glock was having troubles, and Hamilton overtook him, and it was more than enough to secure the title back in 2008. So great job on him. But what will happen today in Xbox One F2? Well, the Drivers' Championship has already been decided last time about in USA, and if you haven't seen it, please check it out after this recording, because that'll be amazing. Apologies that we couldn't get a stream up this evening. That was because my internet decided to play havoc on me and play up at the last minute, but we got a recording, so it's better than nothing. And I'd like to thank Josh for doing some solo commentary in my absence there as well. And it was KJ Gamer who needed to outscore MPV0, and he did, and that's what helped him win the title, because MPV0 suffered from retirement. But the championship is not far from over as far as the constructors are concerned. Only two teams are in the running for the constructors title, and that is the Williams and the Haas. So we've got KJ Gamer and Hayden in the Williams, and MPV0 and Team Vodka Shot in the Haas. So what are the permutations for the constructors? Well, I'm actually going to tell you right now. Williams need to score Haas by 9 points or more, and they can claim the constructors title today. And what makes it more exciting is a lot of drivers' strongest track today, with 9 drivers thinking they can secure the win today. Hayden was in the chat earlier on, and he was getting really hyped as well, as he was hoping to possibly gain a win today. So it'll be really interesting to see what will happen, and will we see a lot more team orders going on as well, with more teammates helping out each other to win, especially with the likes of Williams, with KJ Gamer possibly helping out his teammate Hayden. We got a really good turnout tonight. We've got 16 drivers, which is very great to see. And unfortunately, Josh can't make it tonight because he is busy. But you got me in the solo commentary. I am Jess. So hopefully you haven't been spoiled by what's going on Twitter, because you might not already know the constructors results. So don't look too much on Twitter to find out what is going on with the results. Just watch the recording first, and then afterwards check Twitter and then read through the results. So pole time we could expect here today is a 1 minute and 9, 1 minute 8. That is what we could expect, with MPV0 setting the benchmark with a 1 minute 8.8. And we can see more people going into the 1 minute 8 today, which makes it, I think, the most exciting races on board, obviously with a few championship deciders. And it's the most famous track for Ayrton Senna as well. I definitely do remember the 1993 Brazilian Grand Prix, where Senna absolutely dominated in those wet conditions. To be honest, I really don't know what the weather's going to be like today. It definitely looks dry at the moment, but I have been asking the drivers in the chat to please tell me once they know what the weather is going to be like. But unfortunately, they're not going to tell me, which is a bit of a shame. So I am going to find out the same time as you what the weather is going to be like, really. So They are idiots for not telling me, but hey ho. So it's nice to have a few drivers back in the wings. We got Extremes, we got Fluffy Pillow, and we've got Boring Shut It as well. So that is great to see that from the final race we can go out with a bang. Absolutely, again, I feel gutted for not streaming tonight because of the issues I've had, but I'm not going to let that dwell on me. We are still getting a race on for you. So yes, we just got a few people setting some very good lap times, and I do believe Zelchi set a lap time of 1:09.6. He was the one who got in the 1:08 before. He is hoping to get in the 1:08 or something. And Mercedes is not that far from third place. Well, they are in third place now, and the gap between Mercedes and McLaren is hotting up as well. So it'll be interesting to see if Mercedes score and get third place. And the interesting fact, Zelchi, who only joined as reserve driver and then came back full time back in Singapore, scored the majority of Mercedes points this season, which is absolutely quite remarkable, I've got to tell you the truth. And it just shows what a good, talented driver that he is and what caliber he is. And I can't wait to see his talent shine in season 16 with the new F1 2018 game. So we've got a few drivers going into the pits right now, and a few more going on their out laps at the moment. So who you think is going to get pole today? Before we go to see who gets pole, go in the comments below and tell me who you think is going to get pole. It'll be interesting to know your thoughts. Obviously, I won't be interacting in the recording because obviously it's only recording, but again, like I said, it's better than nothing. And the interesting thing is strategy is also going to play into factor as well, because some people are saying that a two-stop strategy could be possibly quicker in Brazil, but some people might think it's a one-stop strategy. It is very hard for tyre consumption, and I've seen a lot of dry races in the past where two stops are actually quicker than one stop. So it's not up to me as a commentator to judge that call. It is up to the drivers themselves. So it'll be interesting to see how they feel. So tyres they're on at the moment. Everyone is setting their fastest tyres at the moment on the super softs. So that is what is currently it at the moment that we can see. I don't know why I keep saying at the moment, but hey ho. As we've got the likes of Apex 97 and Boring Shut It, they're about to set their outlaps as well. So as I've been looking then, and I've also been looking at the Drivers' Championship to see if second and third are hotting up. Look, it looks like second place is pretty much secure for MPV0, but I think the gap between Zelchi and Ollie is 22 points. So basically Zelchi needs to outscore Ollie tonight, and Zelchi will score third place in the championship, which will be absolutely remarkable for him at the moment. So we are just about to go on board with Apex 97 as he's about to set his final lap of the session. He probably will have time to set a few more laps as well, as he's got plenty of fuel on board, which is absolutely great to see at the moment. So we're riding on board with him as we're going through to turn 1. He's keeping it absolutely very clean at the corners, and obviously the Mercedes is very good on downforce. But don't forget, in the F1 2017 game, every single car is basically equal cars, so it is a chance for all teams to perform as well. So it's interesting to see the drivers' midfield battles absolutely hotting up this evening as well, just to see as well. Now this corner that Apex is driving through right now is a very tricky corner, and some drivers actually do get caught out in this corner, me included, when I was racing in a league on Thursday, and I clipped the grass a little bit, which managed to cost me loads of time, pretty much, definitely loads of time. So I really do hope the drivers don't have that tonight. So Apex is looking very strong at the moment as he's going through the final corner now. He's going to enable DRS. Let's see what time is he going to set tonight. Let's find out from Apex. It is a 1:08.9, so he's in second place at the moment. So his pace is looking definitely very strong in Brazil. And like I said, a lot of drivers saying it's their strongest track and they want to win today. So the competition, it's well and truly on. And we got the two Haas drivers, 1 and 2 at the moment, as Team Vodka Shot was able to set a fastest lap as well. But don't forget, we have a lot of people about to set fastest laps after fastest laps as well. And they can set one more lap, as we got Hayden in the Williams going on its out lap at the moment. Hayden is hoping to score some valuable points for Williams. Don't forget, 9 points or more from both the Williams pair, and they will get the Constructors title. And I think Hayden and KJ Gamer will be working hard together, as well as Team Vodka Shot and MPV0. Haas was looking very strong at the start of the season, for Haas leading most of the way in the points, but towards the end of the season is where Williams was looking very, very strong, as MPV0 has decided to retire from the session. And we are following Apex again just to see if he can set another faster lap time. Looks like, oh, he's 4th place at the moment. Let's see what KJ Gamer can do as he goes through turn 1 at the moment. He's looking very strong as well. A few people deciding to gamble on this just to see if it works. And interestingly, I'm looking at the tyre strategies from the drivers as well. Zelchi is the only one of the front runners deciding to go on the soft tyres. So he is hoping to make the super soft strategy work, to do a soft to super soft stint, because the softs do last longer in these sort of conditions. But again, we don't know what the weather's going to be like. But because a lot of people are on super soft, it might suggest it might rain. But we will have to wait and see, as KJ Gamer has gone a bit wide at the moment. So this might not be a clean lap for him, but let's find out. To be honest, it doesn't matter where he finishes, as long as he scored enough points today for Williams to take the Constructors. He's done enough already to secure the championship, but will he take the Constructors? As he crosses the line then, right now for KJ Gamer, he is taking pole position at the very last second with a 1:08.6. So great stuff from him. Also great lap from Ollie as well to take P4. So let's follow on board with Hayden to see what he can do. What lap time can he do? Doesn't look like it's fast at the moment, which is a bit of a shame really, as he's binned it in the wall. But I think he's P7 at the moment. So already looking very strong for KJ Gamer as he takes pole position here today with a 1:08.6, with Team Vodka Shot in second, MPV0 in third. So both the Hazes are 2-3 at the moment, with Ollie in 4th, Apex in 5th, Bobbert in 6th, Hayden in 7th, Franglish in 8th, Tapin in 9th, and Oasis rounding up the top 10. But we got Boeing Shutter, Extremes, Fluffy Pillow, Zelchi way down the order then, but he did set his faster lap time on the Super Softs. But he does have a choice of strategy. Maybe that's why he wants to qualify lower down, or maybe he wants to do a midfield to first challenge. Let's see if he can do it and find out. And it looks very, very overcast at the moment, so that it's going to be very changeable, and we won't know what the weather is going to do. So the drivers have got to be very, very aware about what they do, and they will know what the conditions will be like, but they won't know where it's going to hit as well. So I'm very excited to see what he can do. So KJ Gamer on pole, setting the benchmark. He's looking very, very strong. But we got Team Vodka Shots and MPV0 definitely nipping at their heels at the moment. So both looking extremely good from the pair of them at the moment. So this is going to be an interesting race for all of them. We'll just have to wait and see how well they do here, because this is going to be very, very crucial to find out who's going to take the win today. We will have to find out. We've got the last few drivers readying up then, and we are about to start this Brazilian Grand Prix. We've got 5 lights, and it is lights out, and away we go for the final round of Season 16 for Xbox One. F2 and KJ Gamer has got a really great start, but MPV0 is trying to defend on the inside, and a bit of contact from the Williams, and MPV0 then, as KJ Gamer's already gone his way off the field there, almost colliding into the Sauber there. So not a great start for KJ Gamer. Oh my god, this is going to be very, very tense, but that's allowing MPV0 to do, and we got a bit of contact from Franglish as well, as Franglish is out of the session as well. Not a good way to end his Season 15 aspirations, but right now MPV0 is in the lead, in a position where he needs to be right now. But we got Team Vodka Shot in 6th place. I can't really tell if it's going to be enough at the moment, but it's still early days, as we've got a four-way battle pretty much for first place. It is definitely heating off right now, as we've got Bobbers trying to defend Hayden there, as we've got Hayden all over the back of him at the moment, and we've got Ollie joining in the party as well. This is a battle for the lead pretty much. It's getting really, really intense as well. KJ Gamer, I think, is going to have a damage limitation race for him, as we've got someone going into the pits then of MPB0, so he's got a bit of damage from that incident as well, but hopefully he can recover like he did. But we've got Apex 97, a person that we don't normally see win these races, is winning, but I think we've seen him won a few races last time about as well. So I think, yeah, let me just see actually what he actually won in USA, which was a great thing, and he's looking to gain a second win in a row, so looking good. So also looking good for the Williams car of Hayden, as he's got second place, which is absolutely fantastic for him. That is all where he needs to be right now, and I think KJ Gamer is going to concentrate to make sure that Hayden scores as much points as possible. Hayden, Williams are definitely in a better position right now, and I think team orders will definitely come into play at the moment. But KJ Gamer can score a few points, but we will have to wait and see. We've got Bobbers all over the back of Hayden still, going into the final corner. DRS will be enabled at the start of this lap, but it might not be enough for Bobbers, because it might be a bit too late, but he's tried to squeeze Hayden into the final corner. Hayden's got the inside line, so maybe this will work out better for him at the moment. Nice defensive work from Hayden, and he's still in second place, as Bobbers is being a bit wide, but we got Ollie not that far behind in P4 as well. Don't forget, Ollie hasn't had much practice before this race, because he was on holiday and missed the last few races, and he only did 5 laps of time trial. So to be honest, he wasn't expecting his pace to be that good, but he capitalised on those mistakes that the other drivers have made, and he's already gained a lot of positions already up into P4. So great stuff from him, from Ollie, and he is looking to gain third place from Zelchi. But we've got Zelchi and Oasis fighting out. We've got Oasis on the inside line of Zelchi, and who's going to make the move? Stig is wheel to wheel at this moment in time. They're squeezing each other. It's one of the most tightest corners you can overtake here in Brazil right now. Looks like Zelchi has got the position done. We also got some midfield battles happening throughout this race then as well. It is a 36 lap race, because the drivers have got to be extremely careful to make sure that they keep it clean. So we've got both of the championship contenders that were last week way at the bottom of the field, but it looks like I think Oasis has made the move done, but Zelchi has got the switch back quite nicely there. So great stuff from Zelchi there, as Herschel has got a 3-second time penalty, which is not that good for him, but hopefully he can come back very strong. But Zelchi needs to do all he can to try and defend. He wants Mercedes to gain third place from McLaren. It is getting very, very tight, because it's also Mercedes versus McLaren in the Drivers' Championship for P3 as well. So basically the top 4 teams in Xbox One F2 is replicated in the drivers, because we have a Williams who has taken the championship, and we've got a Haas in second, and we've got Mercedes in third at the moment. So very, very interesting to see at this moment in time, but this is going to be extremely, extremely close between the guys. And Hayden, I can see for Apex, is closing in 2 seconds. He's dropping a little pace a little bit. We can see Apex closing in the background, but I'm also following Roberts and Ollie as they try to close in as much as they can as well. Roberts had a really good race last time about as well, but unfortunately, due to the penalties, that cost him the win and allowed Aiden to take the win there. KJ Gamer is making his way up the field from the corner of my eye. I'm trying to get his mate make his way through the points. A bit of bang to bang with the wheels from Roberts and Ollie there, so that's a bit of a shame, but he is already in the back of him, and we got the McLaren of Taipan not that far behind as well. So looking very, very strong from the both McLaren drivers at the moment, but he's very too close to call. Jamie looking in a very consistent points finish for him at the moment. He's been Mr. Consistent all racing long. He was one of the first people to try and get used to racing line for the first time, and he's managed to doing it very, very well indeed. So it is great to just see people getting used to no racing line now, and we can see a few of these drivers graduate to Xbox One F1 next season, and it will be amazing to see a few of these guys compete in the top tier, because they really do deserve it because of the hard work and determination that they have shown throughout this season. So let's see what other battles we have got. We've got Herschel going wide into turn 1. That's allowed Extremes to close in, and a bit of wheel touch spin again from Extremes, but that's allowing Extremes to go up the field and up into 9th place. We got Boring Shut It on the outside line of Extremes there. Both of them close to close. They want to score as much points as possible here in Brazil. I know I keep saying it, but it is crucial for the midfield. They want to shove their mettle and see why they could be possibly in F2 again next season or in F1. They don't want to be relegated, which I hope they don't. So yeah, lap 6 in this Grand Prix, and it's always looking to be heating up. So by the looks of things, Hayden is on 18 points, and at the moment, as it stands, even though KJ Gamer is not in the points, Williams would have, if it stays like this, if the results end up like this, Hayden would have done enough on his own to secure Williams the Constructors' Championship. So that's why I don't think KJ Gamer is pushing it a little bit. I think he is taking it easy at the moment and possibly trying out to stretch his stints a little bit. So that is probably what he is doing at the moment and causing it to do. So Bobbers is going into the pits at the moment. Let's see what tyres he's got. Let me just go and get the tyres here right now, just to get you into the swing of things. So he's gone on to a set of Super Softs, another set of Super Softs. So he could I think he's possibly going to go for a 2-stop strategy. So can we see a few people in 2-stop strategies go and pit for those, which will be quite intense to see, because we have seen 2-stop strategies do work to be faster. I have seen a few leagues that are commentated on in Brazil. 2-stop strategies do work better than 1-stop because it just happens to be faster. But we don't know, again, what the conditions are going to be like. It's going to be hell. And if it rains, which I really hope it does, no offence to the drivers or anything, but if it rains, they got to see, when will be the best time to pit for intermediates? Because I have seen also in one of the other races that I've seen this afternoon, in one other league, there was one race where it started dry, but it was very intermediate conditions towards the end, and the people that were in the lead absolutely bottled it, and that caused a few other people to gain more time. So we got KJ Gamer trying to gain some points there. It's already back up into 10th place, which is what he needs at the moment. But we've got two of the Hasses both outside the points, which is not where they need to be right now. They've got to outscore Williams by about 34 points, which means I think one of them will probably have to win it or get 2nd place or something in order to stand a chance of beating Williams today. But I don't think it's going to happen at the moment. It's looking to be in Williams' favour, as I said, but already Ollie is looking ever so strong despite the fact of no practice. Apex as well. Zelchi already up in P4, but these guys haven't pitted yet and probably are hoping the 1-stop strategy could pay off for them. But we have seen a few times. Oh, do I see a spot of rain? Do I see a spot of rain, or is it just me? Is it just me? Do I see some spray? I don't know. It might be just a bit of a lock-up from these drivers then. It might be just me. I don't know, but I thought I saw a bit of rain there. But it might just be my imagination. I really do hope it happens, because that will be a really intense finale of this Grand Prix if it definitely does happen. But a lot of people are deciding to go into the pits now, including our race leader, Apex. Already great pace so far. He is probably looking for a 2-stop strategy at the moment, because he's gone on to a set of softs, but he might pit again towards the end, stretch his tyre and go on the super softs and see if he can possibly stretch out his pace. Or different altering strategies for all the F2 drivers at this stage, as we already got a battle between the two Saubers, which we don't normally see nowadays, which is really very good to see. Nice to see Fluffy Pillow and Extremes battling from midfield there. It is absolutely brilliant to see from the both of them. It is great. None of them have retired so far touch wood, and we only have one retiree so far in this race, and unfortunately that goes to Franglish, which is a bit of a shame right now. So yes, and just to give you an update, actually, we are powered by Elgato, and a few people do like to upload highlights of their races. I've seen a few highlights of races last week, so obviously I missed it due to the F1 coverage, and it is really good coverage. And if you want to know how people record their Xbox coverage, it is people record it using an Elgato capture card, and I use an Elgato HD60S, which definitely works wonders, and I strongly recommend you get one, especially if you want to race for season 16 next season and record your highlights, because you will gain a lot of views on your channel, possibly a few subscribers. And Extremes has unfortunately retired, our first commentary curse of the evening then. I honestly didn't see what happened there, so I couldn't really tell to judge at the moment, but I think that's allowing KJ Gamer to go up. KJ Gamer has also pitted as well, as he's going on to some softs, I think, as well. So yeah, let me just see how many times people have pitted so far. So KJ Gamer's pitted once, Vodka Shot once, Ollie once, but we've got Fluffy Pillow fighting again over Herschel. These three are battling wheel to wheel with Apex. It might not be for track position as Apex has been forced wide from Fluffy Pillow, but I think Fluffy Pillow was definitely being the sportsmanship person that he is, and decided to let Apex through, which is very good to see. And we've got Boring Shut-Its and Jamie fighting as well. There's battles all over the place. It is quite hard to basically keep track of them all, because it is absolutely amazing. At the moment, Jamie will be up into P5, but don't forget they haven't pitted. Interestingly enough, Hayden hasn't pitted yet, and he has got to pit very soon, because otherwise the championship points, it can cost him a little bit with the constructors. But we don't know what the drivers are thinking in their heads. They might be thinking, oh, it might get wet soon, and it could start to get, again, I don't know what the weather's going to be like, so we'll have to wait and see, because the drivers did not tell me what the weather is, because some leagues they do tell me, oh, it's going to be this weather today, but they haven't told me, which tut-tut on them, to be honest. But oh well, but it makes it much more exciting for me as a commentator, because it makes it unpredictable, and we could see it coming. I do see clouds drying. I see a bit of less blue sky at the moment and more dark clouds, but it might just be where it is at the moment. As Fluffy Pillow is getting involved in loads of battles, and he's been dropping down the order as Roberts is making his way up through the field after he's pitted. But it looks like, I think, Apex will take the lead of this Grand Prix after everybody else has pitted, so should be very interesting to see. And I think my mic was a bit quiet there just for a little bit, but hopefully it's up, and hopefully it's fine, and then hopefully it's not too loud, but fingers crossed it should be okay as well. So also in the comments below, I would like you to tell me what's been your favourite moments of the season 15 for Xbox One F2. Not all the races were broadcasted, obviously, due to some either going on holiday or some issues technically, but the races that were broadcasted, let us know what was your favourite moments, because I am thinking of putting together a highlights video as well of all the best moments, probably top 10 favourite moments of the Xbox One F2. I'm also going to ask the drivers to ask their favourite moments and possibly clip it. But Apex has gone a bit wide. Maybe he's struggling a little bit on these soft tyres. Maybe it's not the way to go. Maybe he should have picked for another set of super softs. We will have to wait and see. Hayden has gone in the pits now. Very interesting strategy from him. Let's see what tyres he's going. This is very crucial where he ends up. He can't afford to mess this up. He's going on to a set of mediums then, which looks like it's going to last until the end of this race, which is very, very critical, I think, for him. A few of these drivers have been caught bidding it in the pit lane, and I really do hope Hayden doesn't bid. It looks like he does. And where does he come across? He is in 7th, but he will take 2nd still, so he is still in a very good position at the moment. So a brilliant pit stop from Hayden. He has timed it to perfection. Let me just look at the different tyre strategies. Apex on the soft, Hayden is on the medium. Apex will definitely be on a faster strategy and probably have faster pace. And mediums do have less grip around Brazil, but I think Hayden is feeling very confident in that the mediums can take him towards the end of this race. But Or maybe Hayden is thinking the conditions could get worse and could rain, and maybe the harder tyres could be the ones to be on. Maybe that's what he's thinking in his head right now. So if it is, great call from him. But we are seeing the midfield runners then of Jamie and Taipan pitting. And we won't be surprised to see Boring Shutted, Oasis and Zelchi pit anytime soon. So they are already dropping down the field. That's allowing Hayden and Apex to battle it out. The gap between Apex and Hayden is now 2.6 seconds. It is looking like at the moment that Mercedes are definitely well positioned to get third in the Constructors' Championship, which is a very good result considering Zelchi has scored most of the points. But Apex is doing very well to try and score as many points as possible, which is great. It's great to see. Possibly teammates working together then as much as possible as well. As KJ Gamer again working his way through the field, he is going to try, and his best now opportunity is Team Vodka Shots. His Constructor Championship rival. He can't afford to mess this up. He can't. Both of them can't afford. If Haas want to score any chance of scoring these points tonight and keeping their championship hopes alive, they have got to get in the points and possibly find a way of overtaking Ollie and KJ Gamer. We'll just have to wait and see. It looks like Team Vodka Shock has made the move done, so he's up into 11. So his next challenge now is Ollie. And we got Taipan on the inside of Fluffy Pillow then. Let's just see what they could do. They are on straight by straight. Taipan looks like to have a bit of a more of advantage, but we got Ollie joining in the party as well. Looks like they are both of the McLaren teammates are working together, which is very good to see, and that hold Fluffy Pillow off from Taipan. So great stuff, great teamwork from the both McLarens. Can we see it from the other teammates tonight? Can we see it from Hayden and KJ Gamer? And possibly will the lap, if KJ Gamer gets lapped, will we see KJ Gamer trying to hold up the rest of the field and possibly battle with them to make sure Hayden stays ahead of Bobbits perhaps? We don't know at this point in time. This makes it so much more interesting to find out, as it's very, very tricky corners, like we said, as the gaps seem to be opening up a little bit more, like we said, in Brazil, and we are almost halfway into this Grand Prix, and it is definitely going to be a race to remember at the moment. It was definitely KJ Gamers to lose, and if you just joined us, welcome to the AOR, Apex Online Racing, Hype Energy Xbox One F2, and you have missed it and just skipped a bit, then KJ Gamer did bottle it in the first corner with MPV0, which was absolutely gutting. And oh, I keep seeing spots of rain, but the game keeps glitching on me. But we got Fluffy, oh my god! Fluffy Pillow colliding into KJ Gamer. I've been speaking about KJ Gamer getting involved in a lot of collisions. This is my second commentary curse of the evening. KJ Gamer, if you're watching this back on Monday, I really do apologise that I'm causing these commentators' curses for you. But, oh my god. But he looks like there's no damage. Let's look on Fluffy Pillow. He's got a bit of damage. Looks like he's lost a bit of his front wing, which is a bit of a shame. Yes, he's lost a bit of his front wing and end plate, which is not good for him. I can see he's going very slow, and he's losing a bit of downforce at the moment. But I think the medium strategy is definitely going to work for Hayden, because I can see a few spots of rain on the horizon, so it is going to rain pretty soon. And maybe Oasis and Zelchi played their cards quite nicely, because they've gone to a setup in medium tyres, thinking that it will stay at light conditions and possibly gain some more positions for it. So Zelchi and Zelchi and Bobbits have definitely benefited from this at the moment, and possibly Boring Shutted is possibly also waiting for the conditions to get worse as well. So very interesting here as well. Most of the races then I've commentated in Brazil has either started on a wet race or ended on a wet race, just like today. Is it Brazil or something? Does Brazil like get in a monsoon or something like that? I really don't know. It's just absolutely crazy. Or it might be just every time I commentate, you know, or stream or something like that. You never know. But I think that's what a lot of these guys are probably deciding medium is the best to go. Let's see what tyres everybody is on at the moment. Yes, everyone is on mediums, but we've got Oasis and Fluffy Pillow deciding that intermediates are the best tyres to be on right now. But I'm just going to follow Oasis and see if he's absolutely alright. He seems to be struggling a little bit, which probably means he's a little bit early pitting on these intermediates then, and he is disconnected from the session, so he was suffering a bit of lag, which is a bit of a shame. But the only other person who's also pitted for intermediates is Fluffy Pillow. But yes, it's definitely the wrong time, because let me just go on board with him. He is weaving, so I think a lot of the track at the moment is dry. It is not wet at the moment. I can't see any damp patches except in the sky. So yeah, Oasis deciding, oh, maybe intermediates is not the tyres to be on right now, as he's going on to a set of other intermediates. I don't know what happened. He's got pitted twice or something like that. But I don't know. That's allowing KJ Emmons to go up a place. But I think Bobbert has probably disadvantaged as well, because he's on the super soft. He's on the softest tyre available. And once the conditions get worse in the rain, he's going to struggle. So I'm actually going to follow him pretty soon and see if he can make sure that he pits at the right time. They can't afford to get a puncher. I was thinking a two-stop strategy might work if he was going to stay in dry conditions, but no. Looks like it is going to rain, and I was really hoping it rained, and pray to the gods, pray to the AOR gods that it has rained. I'm gutted that I'm not streaming this. I really am. Bloody oh my god, sorry about this, well, kind of a swear word. Annoying internet, I'm not going to say the ISP, but who caused my issues today, that's caused it. But we've got Boring Shutted overtaken Hayden, and Boring Shutted is on those soft tyres. So Boring Shutted is on a set of faster ones, but he hasn't pitted yet, I don't think. Let me just see if he has. I'm just going to check quickly. No, he hasn't, so I don't know why Hayden was fighting Boring Shutted. But possibly they could be pitting at the same time. Hayden, I think, is being a little bit too aggressive there. He possibly might have let Boring Shutted through there, but maybe because Boring Shutted is pitting at the same time. I'm going to see where, if Hayden's going to pit now. He's staying on for one more lap. He's thinking the medium tyres are alright. And what the interesting thing about F1 2017, which makes it more unique, the harder the compound you are on these type of conditions, the more grip you have. And mediums have less grip than dry, but more grip in these slick conditions. So if you're on any tyres other than the mediums right now, I'm suggesting that these guys will probably go onto a set of intermediates, or go onto the mediums for a little bit, then pit on the intermediates. But we will have to wait and see them. But there are some very interesting battles happening midway through the field. It is going to be ever so close to see when they pit. A lot of people deciding, yes, the intermediates is definitely the one for them. But I think a lot more people are going onto those medium tyres. But unfortunately, we have seen Fluffy Pillow retire from the session then. So possibly those intermediate tyres didn't work out for him and has bottled it. So he definitely pitted for intermediates quite early, but he does have a little bit of inexperience with the intermediate conditions. But hopefully he can improve once F1 2018 for season 16 rolls around. And the very exciting thing about that is, once season 16 launches, we will have a brand new website for Apex Online Racing, which the AOR staff, Dan in particular, has been working extremely hard. I have seen previews from the man himself, which I'm not allowed to show you, but it does look pretty awesome, to be honest. It looks very professional, and it's going to look nothing like you see it today. So the hype is there. Sign-ups for F1 2018 will open towards the end of August, but I think the leagues won't start until the beginning of October, just so the people, all the racers will have chance to practice, and for more drivers to sign up as well, because we are looking actually to get a record turnout for both PC, Xbox One and PS4 for drivers, because we even had a record for season 14 as well. The numbers have dropped a bit in season 15 for Xbox One, but it's not about the quantity, it's about the quality. So yeah, I'm absolutely very excited. More information will be on the Apex Online Racing site soon as F1 2018 is out. And if any of you guys are getting F1 2018, I strongly highly recommended, and you can possibly take part in F1 2018, and you can possibly see me commentating on your track antics as well, so should be interesting to see as well. But we've got Boring Shut It then taking the gamble, going on to a set of intermediate tyres then, which might work for him, which might not, but again he is struggling as well. So the rain is definitely playing havoc on when they can decide for tyres right now. But possibly the other cars around these guys on the intermediates are seeing Boring Shut It and the likes of Boring Shut It struggle. And maybe that is making the decision of not pitting absolutely easier for them. So that is probably going to help the likes of Herschel, MPV0 and Bobbers not pit yet. So very critical. So right now, as constructors standings stand, it'll be Williams to win it at this stage, because Hayden is in second place and looking to stay like this due to his strategy, but he is waiting for the right moment to pit. He has practiced in these types of conditions before, and this is the conditions where he absolutely thrives around here, absolutely thrives. And I nearly thought he was going to the pits then, but he didn't. He's decided to go on for one more. The track is starting to get a bit worse. I'm starting to see a bit of dampness on the track already, but I don't think it's enough for intermediate tyres just yet. But again, there might be a few people that are not a bit inexperienced and deciding not to. So I think a few people on the Super Softs are starting to struggle, so they will probably start to pit. So just like Team Vodka Shot. But I think the graphics are saying a set of, oh, is he going on softs? Yes, he's going on softs. So he was on mediums from now on softs. Very interesting call. Maybe he wants to gain a bit more position, and he has gained a lot more positions as he's now in 8th place. So that pit stop has worked very well for him. But we got MPV0, his teammate, closing far behind. But will Team Vodka Shot let MPV0 through? Because don't forget, MPV0 is second place in the championship, and does have more of a chance to score points than Team Vodka Shot. So will Team Vodka Shot let his teammate through, or will they go nail to nail? They can't afford to battle it too much because of the championship that is at stake. We've got Apex deciding to go into the pits. He has nothing to lose right now because the gap between him and Ollie is about 11 seconds. But I think Ollie has gone into the pits as well. Apex decided to go on some Super Softs. Some very, very remarkable strategies here. Very different strategies. We just don't know what the weather's going to be like. Maybe again he wants to gain some more pace. Maybe also what he's suggesting that the conditions can possibly dry out towards the end of this race. That's probably what is being suggested at the moment. That is probably why. It's getting a bit confusing for me, but it's shaping up to be a very topsy-turvy race at the moment, which is what we like to see for the final race as well. It's going to be very sad not commentating on this, because I really do miss doing this. It's absolutely fun to do and fun to commentate on these guys. I've been commentating them since season 15, and it's absolutely really nice to see them grow and develop as much as they can as well, which is really, really fantastic. Especially most of them were using no racing line for the first time, and it's great to see their on-track craft as well. As Jamie is in 5th place, he's looking to gain his best result here, looking in a very strong position at the moment. And my hay fever is starting to get really bad at the moment, really bad timing for him at the moment, but hopefully, excuse me, I can improve just a little bit, as we've got 11 laps to go of this Grand Prix. It is all to play for here due to this changing strategies at the moment. Could we see the conditions dry up? Looks like it is. Let me just go on board with Boberstein, as he is called it. Looks like it's getting a bit worse. I can't really tell right now, but I don't think it's going to change. I don't think it's going to get any worse, I mean. So, looks like it's going to stay as it is. But Looks like Zelchi has made the move done on Hayden then, quite nicely then. As he's up into P2. So I think Zelchi's on newer tyres than Hayden, I believe. So he's probably gained an advantage. But Hayden definitely has another chance going into turn 1. Then let's see if he can make it stick. Let's see if Zelchi can defend. Yes, he can. What some great defensive work from Zelchi. As Zelchi has now taken the lead of this Grand Prix. Some great moves from him. But it's still enough for Hayden to seal the constructors if it stays like this. KJ Gamer is definitely hoping and praying right now that his teammate Hayden will be doing well. And I don't think any of you guys watching this back won't be expecting this. People will probably be expecting for the likes of KJ Gamer to carry for the team in Brazil. But it looks like Hayden is as well. Oh, Hayden's forced. Well, who was that? Was that the Ferrari who's just been lapped? Was it Boring Shutter or Oasis? It must have been Oasis. I think, yeah, it must have been Oasis or something like that, but I don't think he's gained any damage. I really hope he doesn't. But yeah, the conditions are starting to get worse right now and getting a bit damp as well. So it'll be soon possibly pitting on these intermediates. Probably in the next few laps, probably about lap 30, I think is where we can start to see a lot of these guys going on to a set of intermediates. I haven't commentated on full wets here in Xbox One F2, but fingers crossed I could be commentating on it next year. I really do hope I get to commentate on Season 16 because it's absolutely crazy right now just to see it going along as well. So also a bit of an update of what's going on championship-wise around the Xbox One paddock. The Xbox One F1, if you missed it, Flying Vin has taken the championship from Evo, and in PC, Brendan Lee has won the F1 Championship, so well done. But also, the championship for PC F2 and PS4 F2 is still wide open with a three-way championship battle for PC F2, which is great to see that it's still going on right down to the wire in PC F2. As we see Hayden struggling, could this be the time to go onto a set of intermediates? I see a bit of damp track on some places. We will have to wait and see. When will Hayden make the call? Let's see. I am very, very intrigued to see what he's going to do. Yes, he is. Oh, no, he is not making the call at the moment. I am just getting very intense. I can already see a few drops as well on Bobber's car as well. Oh, my God. It looks like tears are going out at the moment. But, yes, this is going to be interesting as a lot of people are deciding at the last minute to possibly not pit as they're possibly gaining more grip on the harder compound tyres as well. And in the comment section down below then, guys, let me know who you think is going to win this Grand Prix then. Who you think is going to win the Constructors then? We've got two of the Hasses still in the points, but I don't think it's going to be enough at this rate. But I'm not going to count my chickens before they're hatched, as it were, at the moment. So, yeah, I'm not going to count chickens before they're hatched because otherwise I really don't want to do that. So, yeah, it's going to be extremely close. I think Roberts has clipped the corner a little bit there. So, not the best from him, but still a very consistent result. As if you think about it, at the start of this Xbox One F2 season, he was lagging like crazy. And now look at him. His connection is definitely improving, probably due to the fact that they have changed hosts midway through the season, who has had better internet. That's probably caused Roberts to gain more time and working well. So very interesting stuff for Bobbers. And also comment who you think is going to be driver of the day. Who will be your driver of the day after you have seen all the performances today? It'll be a very interesting call, very interesting strategy to find out as well. As the raindrops now are coming in pretty hard at the moment. I do see a few going on the track. There's a few dry patches, I think, in the track, but there's also a lot of wet patches where we are starting to see a few people struggle, which is a bit of a shame, but hey ho on that one. But Zelchi, I think, is gaining a lot of this. But let me just see also the position changes. Who has been the real winners and losers? So for starter, the real winner is Zelchi, who has so far gained 13 places already. So possibly the strategy that he has done has possibly paid off, going from 15th on the grid pretty much to, no, 14th on the grid to winning. He's doing like a Jensen Button / Lewis Hamilton-esque type driving, because don't forget, in Germany in real life, Lewis Hamilton came from 14th to winning the race. So maybe he is replicating Lewis Hamilton right now. So that's probably what he's thinking at this stage. But yes, very interesting as well. So yes, and also if you are interested in joining any of the Season 16 leagues, we've got some on Xbox One, PS4 and PC, and we welcome anyone from any ability. From Season 14 we started to introduce assist leagues on all platforms now, because it used to be just on Xbox One and PS4, but now it's also assist leagues on PC as well. And assist leagues do start to be popular as Ollie tries to make a move on Team Vodka Shot then, as they both squeeze the wheels on each other going into turn 2, going through the centre S's then quite nicely then. Let's see what it's done. Ollie can possibly decide if has gained some more points in this championship. We will have to find out. It's down to Ollie right now to see if he can make the move done on Team Vodka Shot. This is shaping up to be very, very exciting. Despite the fact Ollie has had hardly any practice at all, he is looking to be very, very strong at this stage. He has dropped a few positions, but he's in the points, which I think he'll probably be pretty happy with his pace right now. And he's looking forward. I think he's also looking forward to Season 16 as well. So yes, very exciting guys as well. And I'm probably going to be bittersweet when this league ends, because these drivers have become really close friends since the start really. And also I've got to know the drivers since the very start really, and got to know a little bit more about their personalities as much as they can. As we got Jamie trying to make a move on Apex, was it? No, on Team Vodka Shot. Jamie was forced wide again. That's allowing Team Vodka Shot to go through, and Ollie as well. So Jamie, a little bit of a mistake going through the centre S's there, which is not what meant to be at the moment, but he's still in the points. So him showing as Mr. Consistent and typical. The conditions will probably get worse towards the end of this race, which is going to be crazy. And I really want to see some last lap battles. It will be amazing if we can see last lap battles, because that will be astonishing to see from these guys. Oh my god, this is going to be absolutely crazy right now. I know people in other leagues might be thinking, oh, constructors are not important, but the Xbox One F2 drivers were saying to me constructors are just as important. They want to help their teammates out as much as possible. So that is why we give the Constructors Championship as much coverage as the Drivers Championship, especially because that's the only one still up for that between the Haas and the Williams today. So yeah, it is all to play for here. Interestingly, not many people have pitted yet, but the conditions haven't gotten worse at the moment. Still a lot of dry bits, as we said, as we got a few umbrellas also in the grandstand at the moment. So should be very interesting to see as well. So yes, again, let me know your moments of the race as well in the comments below, and I will compile top 5, top 10 at best moments of Xbox One F2 and put it into a video just to see as well, because the drivers do deserve a bit of glory as well, because they've also got awards on the AOR forums for Xbox One F2 that the coordinator Jamie has organised as well. So a chance for drivers to vote who they think has done the best this season, and I will be casting my vote after this race is finished, because I wanted to see the last race here in Interlagos before we crack on with me voting, which will be great. I hope Jamie will be alright with that if you're watching this back, but I probably would have made my decisions by the time you're watching this back. It just depends on when this gets uploaded, which I really do hope it gets uploaded for you soon. It probably won't be get uploaded about 1 AM Monday morning, but it will be better than nothing, and you guys to get to watch some of your stuff back really. So we've got 3 more laps left of this Grand Prix. It's all to play for here. The conditions could change in a blink of an eye at the moment, and we could see some last minute decisions for people to go and pit on intermediates. We will have to wait and see. It'll be remarkable if the conditions stay like this and they won't have to pit for intermediates. It was like this at the German Grand Prix, as conditions were going very worse in these, but Hamilton was able to stay on the ultra soft tyres which was incredible, and he was able to take the win of the race. No, it wasn't Hockenheim. Was it Hockenheim? I don't know. It was either Hockenheim or Hungary. No, or Hungary that it happened. But yeah, I think it was Hockenheim. It must have been Hockenheim, but it usually rains in Europe. But it's also great to see in real life. We're seeing a lot more green grass now. The grass was deserted a few weeks ago, where it has been raining where I am for over about a month or so. But I think the last week it has been raining some days, which caused the grass to become greener again, which is great. But it's already starting to become hot. It's already hot in my room whilst I've been commentating on this at the moment, and I'm already starting to sweat as well. This is getting crazy, I know, but hey ho. So let me just see what other close battles we have on track. We have Bobbers trying to close in onto Taipan in the last corner as well. We've got Taipan, the gap between him and Hayden is 13.5 seconds. So it looks like the positions are set to be set in stone unless the conditions get very worse. We will have to find out as Bobbers passes that right chicane then. Let's see if he can possibly make a move. That is the closest battle that we have on track at this moment in time then, guys, and we will just have to wait and see what happens and find out what these drivers will be thinking of going into this, and what will be the drivers' standout moments of Xbox One F2. I'll be probably getting the drivers' opinions as well, and be saying it in the highlights as well, which will be probably most likely be put on my channel as well, which will be interesting to see as well. So we have got the penultimate lap of this Grand Prix. Everyone is still on the tyres that they're in, which is very, very close call. As we've got Bobbers making a move down on Taipan, he is up into third place. Absolutely brilliant stuff from Bobbers. A penultimate lap battle, my apologies, that we have never seen coming at the moment. But he's absolutely doing very well, very nicely there. Much controlled, as it were, going into those stages. Looking very clean at this moment in time. So yes, we will have to wait and see, but I think the gap between Zelchi and Hayden is starting to increase, which is not good for Hayden, which means Zelchi is stretching out the gap just a little bit more, and I think at the moment it will be enough for Mercedes to take third place in the Constructors' Championship, due to the fact Zelchi will take the win and Apex will gain 5th place. So it will be enough at the moment, unless Zelchi bottles it, which I really hope he doesn't. And yeah, as Zelchi is going through the final lap of this Grand Prix, I do see a bit of wet patch, but typical. It's the final lap and the conditions get worse. Typical. I was hoping it would get worse, but yeah. My driver of the day at the moment, my opinion, has definitely got to be Zelchi. He has gained 13 positions throughout the whole of this Grand Prix. He has capitalised from other people's mistakes throughout the whole of this Grand Prix. He is led from the pit stop. He made the strategy work. He decided when to pit, and it caused for a change of leader. But also, my props also goes to Hayden for one of his best results of Xbox One F2. I think he'll be extremely happy with the points he's getting today. It's a bit of a shame that KJ Gamer is not right up with him, because it could have been a Williams 1-2 or Williams 2-3, but it's not meant to be for KJ Gamer. But at the moment, it looks like he's going to gain a point pending penalties. But right now, Zelchi has gone through the final corner. He is going to take the final win of Season 15 for Xbox One F2, and his Lowe's win of the season. It is dominant win from Zelchi by 10 seconds. Absolutely brilliant stuff. And I would like to say a huge congratulations to Williams, who have taken the Constructors' Championship. Well done to both the Williams drivers. Hayden has done all he can. He knew KJ Gamer was in trouble. He knew he had to carry for the team today, and he did that very nicely indeed. A very superb drive for him. He was saying in the F2 chat that he was feeling very confident about his pace, and he was definitely not wrong. So definitely good stuff. Due to penalties, Apex was able to take third due to Bob's penalties, which means Mercedes do take third place in the Constructors after Haas as well. So well done to Mercedes as well for closing in as well, and Apex and Zelchi definitely working together there in the last few races to make sure they gain those points, with Taipan in 5th, Vodka Shot in 6th, Ollie doing not so bad in 8th, MPB0 not the race to be at the moment, but he has gained some points, Jamie in 9th, and KJ Gamer has got some points for Williams on the board. Only 1 point, but he's still the Drivers' Championship. So his head must be held high towards this race. And the Williams driver is, look at him. The Williams driver is looking happy because he has won the Constructors' Championship. That is why the Williams driver is still happy, because they won the Constructors. There you go. So well done to all of these drivers today. Unfortunately, we couldn't get a stream, but we've got a recording and you're watching this right now. And it's amazing that the drivers will be watching this back as well, as if it's a real life event as well. So yeah, it's going to be a bittersweet moment, but Zelchi is the last winner of season 15, and what a race winner, definitely deserves, and he is definitely my driver of the day. Again, doing a Hamilton-esque style drive, going from 14th place on the grid to winning the race. Absolutely amazing stuff from Zelchi. Well done. We got a lot of people gaining time penalties, but Zelchi in first place, Hayden in second. Enough for Williams to take the Constructors right here. We got Apex in third, Bobbers in fourth. We've got Tapan in fifth, Team Vodka Shot in sixth, Ollie in seventh, MPB0 in eighth, Jamie in ninth, and KJ Gamer rounding up the top 10. The bottle on the first lap from KJ Gamer costed him, but it didn't matter. They've done the double. KJ Gamer has won the driver's title, and he's also won the Constructors for Williams with Hayden's help there as well. They will have worked very well as a team this season, so they're definitely well-deserved winners. And also, Team Vodka Shot and MPB0, credit to them as well. They were in the lead of the Constructors for most of this season before the Williams starting to show some bit more dominance, a few more wins, as it were. So, brilliant stuff at the moment. So then we just look at the championship standings. Looks like that will be Zelchi's third win of season 15, which is absolutely incredible. So, as far as the wins are concerned, KJ Gamer has won two races. MPV0 has won 3. Lewis has won. Zelchi has won 3. Ollie has won 2. We have got Aiden has won 1, and that's pretty much it. Everyone else hasn't won. But it's great to see a variety of winners there this season. So, what a result. What a race to end on. The drivers certainly delivered tonight. Absolutely crazy. And that's it, guys. That is the end of Apex Online Racing Hype Energy Season 15. I'm actually really sad that this will be the last time I'll be commentating for Season 15. It is over. And I would like to say thanks to all the drivers for Xbox One F2 for definitely putting a show on the show all season long. And also a massive shout out to them for making it a 16-man grid tonight. What a great turnout for the last race. I was praying for a good turnout for these drivers, and they certainly delivered. So great stuff on them as well. And also, I would like to say thank you to my co-commentator of the Xbox One F2 season, Mr. Josh Swarm. He's been absolutely amazing. He has helped me a lot during my first ever commentary stint for this, and I was actually glad that Xbox One F2 has started my commentary career for AOR, and I would like to say thanks to Josh Swarm. Unfortunately, he couldn't make it after Belgium, but hopefully he will be back for season 16. But I'd like to say thanks to him, and also thank you for commentating the last race in USA as well. Also, we would like to say thank you to our sponsors, especially Hype Energy, and also Elgato, who provide the capture cards, and Thrustmasters, who also provide the wheels, for being absolutely superb all season and for sponsoring the channel as much as they can as well. I'm looking forward to seeing the Hype Energy best moments from all the leagues coming up in the next few days. So make sure you check out the Hype Energy channel for that as well. And also, thanks to all the AOR staff for making sure the leagues are happening every Sunday night. And also, thank you to our coordinator for Xbox One F2, Jamie, for organising it to perfection, doing it very well. And he's been absolutely amazing stuff, so thank you to him. And to everyone, all the other AOR coordinators, for making F1 2017 the best it can be. And now, our attention, in about a month or 2 months' time, will be on F1 2018. And I'm almost certain we'll definitely be getting the game on Xbox One, so don't you worry about that. I hope you guys will be getting the game, because I certainly will. The release date for F1 2018 is on August the 24th, so I'm really hyped about that. make sure you check the sign up threads as they go up at the beginning of September, because we want to see a lot of you guys sign up, possibly into some new faces as well. So very interesting, and we can't wait for a new site as well. So we will see you in a couple of months' time for the Australian Grand Prix. Who knows? I may be commentating for Xbox One F2, I may be commentating for something different in F1, but we will have to wait and see. But until now then, I've been Jess Games 95. That was the last race of AOR Hype Energy Xbox One F2. It's been a good one, guys. I really enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed it too. And we will see you in a couple of months' time in Australia. Goodbye.